thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. local time. I am Salim Brahana. First, the top stars. New dam constructed in Tradishit Amamao administrative area. Meeting conducted on strengthening organizational capacity. U.S. delivers first Abrams tanks to Poland. France unrest, police charged with shooting teenager dead. A new dam constructed with over 5.5 million nafa was inaugurated on 28 June in Tradishit Amamao administrative area. The inauguration event was attended by General Philippos Johannes, Chief of Staff of the Eritrean Defense Force, Brigadier General Takhle Kiflay, Commander of the Central Command, and Mr. ERi-TV, Managing General Director at the Central Region. According to the report presented by Engineer Abraham Daniel, Head of Agricultural Infrastructure Development in the region, construction of the dam began in 2021 in cooperation with the Central Region Administration, the Ministry of Agriculture and Adahallo project, and in March of this year, the construction of the dam was finalized with the support of the 39th Division of the Eritrean Defense Force. Mr. ERi-TV on his part indicated that this year there is a plan to construct new dams in Adike, Adhawasha, Afdayu, and Tamamao. Mr. Mahari Yohannes, administrator of the Gala Nefhi subzone, said that the dam will have a significant contribution to the development of irrigation farming in the area and commended those who constructed and participated in the construction of the dam. Tradishit Amamao is located 14 kilometers southeast of Asmara. A meeting on strengthening organizational capacity was organized in Norway on 24th June, in which more than 120 representatives of Eritrean communities and national organizations and associations took part. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Sirak Bahlebi, Head of the Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy in the Scandinavian countries, noting that strong organizations create strong leadership and strong nationalism, said that the objective of the meeting was to create strong organization. Mr. Sirak also called on the nationals to strengthen their participation in the effort to nurture youth that adhere to the noble societal values and who have a strong attachment to their homeland. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the issue raised at the meeting and adopted various recommendations and plan of action that could support the effort to create a strong organization. Training on administration and leadership was provided to women government employees in the Adliyah subzone. The objective of the training that was organized in cooperation with the National Union of Eritrean Women and the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students was to develop the capacity of the women workers with a view to providing efficient and timely service to the public. Mr. Ibrahim Barole, Head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the subzone, called on the trainees to apply the knowledge they received in their daily activities at their place of work. The trainees on their part commended the training opportunity provided and called for its sustainability. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. Washington sent Poland the first batch of Abrams tanks set to replace equipment donated for Ukraine, with another 2 batches expected later this year. Poland ordered 116 used M1A1 Abrams that had been withdrawn from the U.S. Marine Corps and repaired. Polish crews were trained to use these tanks in 2022 in the Bedrus municipality, where an Abrams Academy was established in cooperation with the U.S. Army. Defense Minister said that the first batch which arrived at Polish port include 14 tanks, that is, one company, and another 2 tank companies will be delivered later this year. The minister also added, as a result of the 3 deliveries, Poland will have a battalion of Abrams tanks as soon as this year. The minister told the state broadcast, TVP, adding that another battalion would be delivered next year. The entire deal with Washington is valued at about $1.4 billion, with $200 million covered by Washington as part of the aid funds for Poland. The U.S. also agreed to sell ammunition to Poland, including sub-caliber ammunition with depleted uranium. Poland is the first European and NATO country to purchase Abrams tanks, third-generation American main battle tanks designed by Defense that first entered service in 1980. President Emmanuel Macron battled to contain a mounting crisis today after riots spread across France overnight, set off by the deadly Polish shooting of a teenager of North African descent during a traffic stop in the Paris suburb. Police made 180 arrests during the second night of unrest, Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said, as public angers piled onto the streets in towns and cities across the country. Macron held crisis meeting with senior ministers over the shooting, and Darmanin announced afterwards that 40,000 policemen would be deployed across the country, including 5,000 in the Paris regions, this evening to put an end to the unrest. This is nearly 4 times the number that were mobilized yesterday evening. The response of the state must be extremely firm, Darmanin said. Both Darmanin and Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne ruled out declaring a state of emergency for now. The incident has fed long-standing complaints of police violence and systematic racism inside law enforcement agencies from rights groups and within the low-income, racially mixed suburb that ring major cities in France. And now we have a quick recap of the top stories. Constructed in Tradishit Amamao administrative area. Meeting conducted on strengthening organizational capacity. U.S. delivers first Abrams tanks to Poland. France unrest, police charged with shooting teenager dead. That was all with the news for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.